Hello everyone, No Respawns here, hope you're having a grand week. So I am at Red Rocket, and within the space that was left from my Red Rocket settlement mod, I wanted to do a wee build, because that's what I'm trying to do now, is a little bit more set piece builds, small stuff that kind of integrates quite well with the modded settlements I'm doing. I'm spending a huge amount of time on the creation kit recently, to the point where I keep wanting to just make creation kit videos, and I'm well aware some of the people don't like them, or rather they're just not the thing that you come to see. So I still will be doing the builds, it's just that, bear in mind, I'm going to do a lot more creation kit stuff, because I'm just really enjoying it, and I think with this stage and the kind of life cycle of Fallout 4, it's nice for me to kind of make something which is a bit more permanent, because even though I don't get any, like, obviously ad revenue or anything like that from downloading the mods, it's just quite satisfying to know that, you know, people are kind of more practically enjoying something I'm creating, and it's fun, you know. I quite enjoy kind of being face deep in the creation kit. So yes, I'm pretty grand. So incidentally, it's ridiculously hot in London right now, right? I'm pretty sure it's hot in the rest of the UK actually, but definitely in London it's coming up to 30 degrees, which just never ever happens here at all, and to the point where I have had to turn my fan off while I'm recording this audio, and I can already feel the heat start. I'd even close the bloody windows as well, because obviously I live in East London, it's noisy as hell. Now, I'm well aware, alright, because everyone keeps reminding me that it's hotter in other places, especially you lot in the south of, like in places like Texas and Florida. Florida. It's the heat, see, it's giving me heat stroke. But the thing is, right, bugger off, it's still too hot in London. We're not used to it here. Plus, all of our houses are kind of meant for kind of keeping in the warmth for the really crappy winters that we have, and all that jazz. Plus, you know, bugger off, it's still too hot, and I'm going to complain because I don't like it, but it's alright, because it will eventually cool down, I hope. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. Instantly, you see that little wee dog? Right, so that dog is from Ericsson, that's Ericsson, which is a super mutant in Far Harbor, and you can buy him dogs. I didn't realise that the dogs adopt Dogmeat's AI in the settlements where Dogmeat has AI. I think it's just Red Rocket. But that wee little dog there, you might see him a little bit in this video, he kind of like peeks through the windows, and he starts to rest up against those little, there's little gas meters there, which I think is really adorable, which is why I haven't put a doghouse here. So basically this build, what I wanted to do was just kind of make a wee set piece structure effectively. So I always, because I've got quite, this is where I'm kind of storing my robots. It's run by ghouls, and it's also got my robots here. So I've got Jezebel, and I've also got Ada hanging out here as well, and I might build them maybe like one Protectron or something like that, just to kind of hobble around. But basically, I kind of like the idea of it being, as long as, basically like a Fallout garage, but effectively that means obviously because there are cars around, so instead they're making robots and, you know, kind of souping up your power armor, which is pretty much what I went for. But I always find that with the robot workbench, you know, kind of what do you do with it? So this one, it may look like what I'm doing right here is a kind of a little bit bollocks, but once you get to the tour at the end, you'll see that it really kind of stands out, and it's just this kind of junky little eye-catching set piece. That was the key point. Good God, it's hot. I can really feel it baking. I don't like it. Also, let's talk about it. Go on, let's talk about it. So England didn't win the World Cup, right? It didn't come home, and we ended up in 4th place. I really don't get that whole kind of 3rd place playoff nonsense. No one actually wants to be there. But I guess, congratulations, France. It's alright, we're going to have the Gareth Southgate redemption arc, and it's been ruined. It's okay, he didn't want to win the stupid World Cup anyway. I say, sobbing into my my St George's cross. It's alright, we got the Euros in about Euro Cup in about 2 years and something like that. It's fine. It'll come home another point, I imagine. So a lot of this video was me kind of screwing around. I tried to cut out as much as possible, but you will see me kind of scrolling through menus a bit. A lot, more or less, all of the mods I'm using for here. You notice I've got, you know, these pillars and everything like that. All of this is on all platforms. Those of you, especially on PS4, because I did all my reviews of these mods on PS4. I don't know. I've just got to cut this part out because I don't know I'm using it. It's fine. But basically, you may remember the Toys Out of the Prams mod. So I'm sorry, I won't be able to dig up a link because there's about 3 or 4 mods I'm using in this one. But basically, it's lots of his kind of supports mods, as well as his lighting mod as well. They're very good. If you go back into one of my previous videos, and also my last mod video, if you just scroll through, it's only like a few months ago, I do review all of these mods, and they are very, very good. And as per, they're all available on all platforms. Is the dog going to do the thing? I'm trying to see if I can spy the dog doing the thing. So this little thing here, so this is on... Oh, look at him do the thing. Ah, he's so cute. Oh. Anyway, so doggo aside, I'm making a wee bridge thing here. So obviously this is within the Toys Out the Prams mods as well. And basically, so this is actually the walkways in Diamond City. And honestly, it's the most pointless little platform I've ever made, or done, or positioned, because I didn't make it, let's be frank. However, it just looks... I just wanted to use it. So here it is. I had to rug glitch in because the pillar was making... So the item was snapping back up because of the fact the pillar... to the way that the sinking items work. Because it was a sinking item, basically. So when I couldn't sink the pillar after a certain point, so the rug snapped up. So one thing I've got plans, so a lot of you know I was away in Berlin a week and a half ago, which kind of, I was off for effectively a week. It was really cool, love Berlin. And I'm going to be trying to kind of get back into the habit again of doing my non-Fallout videos, because I've got a few planned, which is going to be grand. So those will hopefully see if I can get one out on this weekend. And also back to the streaming again. I'm going to Twitch stream on the weekend as well. Assuming it's not too hot, which it probably will be, but I'll just have a fan and you'll just have to put up with the background noise, because I am not sitting for 3 or 4 hours with the heating off. It's too hot. What's the temperature? Where's my phone? While I'm recording, I'm going to be very unprofessional and check the temperature on my phone. I normally don't do this. I normally have my phone really far away, but I just want to complain a little bit. So what is it? It's... Okay, it's only 19 degrees. Fuck off, yeah? 19 degrees. It's still too hot for me. I can't handle it. It's fine. I'll be alright. All my family's from the north. We're a Scottish family. It's Campbell, right? Yeah, we're all northerners, even though I've technically never lived up there. It's in my blood, and we can't handle it. So basically, when I get to the junk decoration as well, I do show you quite a bit of my junk decoration on this as well, because it's all kind of part of the build. But the whole premise is I wanted something that just looks like... I wanted a custom-made fence and then just loads of like workbenches and storage next to it to kind of give it a really kind of quite ramshackle look, which I'm quite pleased with. It's an odd build, this one. I was kind of just screwing around. I do that a lot with my builds, just kind of, you know, mess around. Oh yeah, before I waffled on, I talked about the non-Fallout videos. I was going to mention like kind of what Fallout stuff I'm going to do. So basically, I'm going to do a lot more mod videos. You're going to get at least one mod video a week, like me using the creation kit, and I'm gonna again releasing mods. I'm gonna have the fixes to the updates to the Sanctuary Player Home mod soon as well. There are a couple of little errors of one of the mod making all of the rubble come back, so I need to fix that too. But yeah, alongside that, so what I want to do is probably, and I think I'm guessing maybe in about September would be my guess, we're gonna get the beta for Fallout 76 dropping. I think that would be my That's my guess date. So what I want to do is once the beta drops, all of my... I'm going to do the mod videos for ages because I really enjoy playing with the creation kit. But what I'll probably do is my kind of building videos will then be in Fallout 76. That's the plan. When Fallout 76 drops, I'll then move all of my building to Fallout 76, and then the Fallout videos will be Fallout mod videos, because obviously we won't be getting modding in Fallout 76 for quite a while until private servers drop. So in case you're just curious what the Fallout situation is, because I love the creation kit so much. It's quite chill because I can just kind of listen to music and just kind of, you know, make something that I know will last ages. But at the same time, I still want to obviously give you guys builds in kind of traditional using the workshop for as long as possible in Fallout 4. But the cool thing is obviously when Fallout 76 drops, the builds in the workshop will still be usable in Fallout 4, I highly imagine. So it will be grand. They'll just, you know, be in Fallout 76 instead. So they'll probably be more kind of small set-piecey stuff. So it'll be pretty grand. So yes, this starts to look pretty cool in a second. I'm still pleased with this. I've still got to put more structures and stuff in here. So this is a bit of a small one because of the fucking heat was just giving me... The weekend was horrible because I have this really crappy fan in my room. It doesn't really work. I just couldn't focus. I'm also trying to do this thing where I don't record all of my videos in one sitting. I'm notoriously bad for this. So rather than doing a video over a few days, recording the footage, then kind of editing the following day, what I've been doing is recording, editing, uploading, rendering, and then uploading the video in one big giant swoop, which means it just like literally takes up my entire day when I get home, whereas I'm trying to wean myself off doing that because it's just not mentally healthy, and also it stresses me out. So we can do a bit of decoration now. So again, this is using lots of USO integrated and then the various decoration mods. So it's if you just kind of it's basically just OCI TTP, I think. Toys out of the pram. Yeah. But basically, it's the mod dev there. I've reviewed it in one of my few videos. If you go back to the, like... What's it called? The weapons clutter one. It's all of his mods, and they're really good. But alongside that as well, I'm using Anselm's junk decoration mod, which is very, very grand for a lot of this decoration. So it's basically a lot of... It's kind of a bit my own kind of bespoke decoration, but then also kind of just loads of kind of pre-made decorative parts. It's pretty cool. So right now what we're doing is we're just doing kind of the base stuff that I'm then going to put the other stuff around. I also really like the lighting of this. You probably saw it a second ago before I was waffling away about Fallout 76 that I did actually put a little custom lighting as well, which is quite cool. As said, again, all of it is available on PS4, so that's grand. It's still too hot. I'm going to complain about it again. Every time I blink, I forget how hot it is. It's not even too hot, it's 19 degrees. The problem is, right, okay, let's just have a thing here. So my room is really hot as well. It's one of those things that it doesn't seem to transfer heat very well. Or it does, it just kind of gets, the heat builds up in my room. If I go outside, it's fine. The cool thing is, it's okay in my office, because I work in one of the few London offices that actually have good aircon. So during the week, absolutely grand. Second I get home, what the fuck's going on? I don't like it. I don't like it, lads. It's a bit shit, to be honest. I don't like it. But it's alright. That's what we're doing. Oh yeah, I'm putting random stuff here. I cut out so much of this footage because I do dick around on these videos quite a lot. You know, it's usually 2 hours worth of me building stuff, especially something like this where I haven't really planned it so much. So I have to kind of just be like, right, what do I do? Yada, 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 yada. In terms of mod schedule, as I said, so I'm going to finish off the Sanctuary mods first. So there's just got to do the features. It was going to be this weekend, but last weekend we also had like a leaving things for loads of people at work, so I kept getting drunk in the evening. But so for this weekend, because there are no one's leaving this week unless someone gets canned, this weekend I should have it up. So basically it's giving you the ability to kind of scrap the lighting, and also one of the mods, so it's the extra house mod, the one that adds the replaces the scrap house. That's the mod that's I've identified as the one that's removing all of your junk, making a lot of the leaves and the bushes come back. So some of you have that, probably know some of the debris has come back. So I'll have that fixed. Anyway, so here it is. And see, it's kind of quite a nice little set piece structure. The whole idea is I wanted to kind of draw the eye. It's quite straightforward as well. A couple people asked if the robot SKU gets stuck. I posted a picture of this on Twitter last night. Yeah, they do, technically. However, that doesn't really bother me too much, because especially with this, that they teleport in when you create them, and they always reset their position afterwards. So basically, if you first create a robot, it might kind of sit there confused for a second on how to get out. But they do, especially if you create a sentry bot, he's going to get stuck anyway. But for example, your standard Protectron should be fine. Anyway, that dog is called Duke, by the way. I just remembered his name. He's a top little lad, is Duke. Love that lad. Anyway, as always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. Also follow me on Twitch as well, because we're streaming a lot soon, especially over the weekend. You guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you lovely people soon. You take care.